Hello everyone, Oregon Moto John here, going for a quick ride on the 890 Adventure R. My buddy Ed on his 690 Enduro R will be joining me today. Just a little highway and gravel roads today, so should be fun. Let's ride. Yeah, so today it's 39 degrees, raining off and on, and I'm using my Klim Power Cross snowmobile gloves with a little squeegee on the thumb, and some Klim glove liners, and that's keeping my hands warm without heated grips. Don't have the grips on this yet because the parts are still on back order. My friend Ed and I were talking about how it's hard to keep your hands warm in this weather to get something right. Now the Klims aren't waterproof, but they are water resistant. I can go out on about a 2-hour ride, 3-hour ride, and my hands will stay warm and wet and 30 some degrees. But if you were going to go on a long ride, it probably wouldn't. You probably need something waterproof. But it's not a bad day. Out on the 890 today. Haven't been out for a couple weeks. Riding the 350 last weekend, and feels good to be on the 890 again. It's definitely my favorite bike for gobbling up the miles. About the 890 is so good on gravel roads. And Ed, what was your question again?
I'm riding the 690 Enduro R, and I'm wondering what the weight difference is on those.
So the 890, I believe, is around 450 pounds, give or take a little bit, whether it's wet or dry, filled with fuel or not, and oil. I believe the 690 is around 350 pounds wet, give or take a little bit. So the 690 always it felt like a real stable platform to me too. But I do find that the 890 feels, I don't even feel like I'm on gravel. It feels like I'm on a paved road, and this is as loose as it gets right now. And I don't understand how this bike does that. Because even driving my 350 last weekend, and it's fine, on gravel, but it kind of stink bugs around a little bit and nothing ever happened that made me nervous. But it's definitely that dirt bike feel on gravel. But it doesn't have a Scott steering stabilizer yet, and the 890 has a really mild one that works fine. And the 690 that Ed's riding, we put a Scott's submount stabilizer on it. But yeah, I think it's a time where maybe the length of the bike, the wheelbase, combined with the weight, just makes it super stable on loose surfaces. I had this on sand when we went to Sennian Pass area, and I was surprised that it, as heavy as it is, it felt pretty stable on sand too. Even when I goose it and hang the back end out, it still feels stable. Good day for a ride. Looking good, Ed.
Oh yeah.
Ed on the 690 Enduro R.
Right or left? Or?
Let's go right.
All right.
Go ahead and go, and I'll come up behind you. 690 is just a big dirt bike, man.
It's plenty squirrely on this gravel today. You can tell they just kind of moved it around.
Oh, they did.
I mean, may need to put new tires on this thing too.
Yeah, we're into tires. We always like tires.
Yeah, I've got some in storage. I'll just have to sort through them and figure out if they're summer or winter ones.
Yeah, the 690 is such a good chassis. It's fun to ride on street, and it's good on dirt.
Yeah, it's great suspension.
Oh, it really does.
I'm not that aggressive a rider, but I can't imagine spending a bunch of money on suspension on this bike because I just don't think it needs it.
That's funny. I just had a rock land in my chest. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's really.
It was a little one, so it didn't matter. But that's funny that they throw rocks that much. Looking good.
It's loose today.
It is really loose. This corner's plenty loose too. Good day
Boy,
for...
I'd hate to beat my car up here every day to go to work or go to town.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't take it.
Maybe it'd take its toll on it over time, for sure.
You'd never have anything nice.
Well, yeah, you just have to accept that it's gonna take a little bit of a beating, and that's that. And if you had a sports car or something, I couldn't take it. I just think it would get rock chipped up.
You'd have to put it in storage in town and drive it down there and put it back.
That's what you'd have to do.
It'll just come up a nice morning.
Man, I have to. I was venting about how mad I was. Ed and I was riding here about this thing has an error message, a warning light. Well, then I see it says ice warning, so I can't be upset now. So it's 37 degrees, it has snow, and then it says ice warning. So I was getting mad for nothing. Sorry, 890. Yeah, that is funny. I was like, oh, something's wrong, and then I look and it's got a big yellow thing that says ice warning. So that's cool. Well, I don't think we're gonna find any ice just yet. Speed shifter action. The gate's open.
My phone was ringing and I wasn't going to answer it. You just continued on straight, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm kind of just circling around here. I'm trying to figure out where we're gonna go.
I just went through where this yellow gate was, so
Yep.
I must be right behind you.
Oh, you were right behind me. You'll see me any second.
There I am.
Cool. Ed on the 890, or excuse me, 690 Adventure R. I love that bike. So we could go up this way. And they've been logging up here. It looks so much different when it's being logged. I temporarily get a little lost. When you're coming down this and the sun's out, you can see all kinds of mountains in the distance.
Yeah, I'm just glad it cleared up for us, because man, yesterday it poured non-stop all day.
Oh man, it really let loose. It handles so good on the road. Gravel roads. I can't even believe it. Ooh, there is frost on the side of the road. Some snow.
Yeah.
Yes. That warning light must stay there until it figures that there isn't. Maybe I probably need to go in and hit OK.
I think it's going to stay. My car will stay off. I felt dumb starting out in the rain. Now I feel dumber ended up in snow.
Oh, absolutely. There's something wrong with us. I think we want to go right here. In fact, I'm sure we do. I'm swinging right. There you go. Now we're going to take, I think, a left here. Lots of low end grunt torque. was a car out here for a while. Oh, it's still there. I'm just looking at this car real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I've driven by this a few times. Oh my goodness.
Doesn't look very good, does it?
Oh man. This is slick in here, but yeah, I mean, I think it's been used for target practice and oh, there goes the front end. Oh, almost lost it. Yeah, it is. That is something. Man, it is slick in here. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not even going down.
I wouldn't. It's like
Here, look.
really slick. I mean, I'm just squirreling around. These tires are doing okay, but it's just when it's slick, it's slick. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
There we go, and that's that clay stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just skating around. I can't
Yeah, you are.
gravel again. There we go.
But it feels good to get on the gravel.
Oh, it does. Let my tires clean a little bit here. Man, you don't realize how good a traction you get until you're on gravel or until you're on mud like that.
That red clay doesn't like to clean either.
No. Like these TKC 80s do pretty good, but you get in mud, it just they're not really a mud tire. It's really humid today and things are fogging up easily just because of the humidity. And Ed just mentioned how he's running a pin visor, and that's just a visor. You can, if you don't have a pin, if your visor is set up for pins, you have two little tabs on either side of your helmet visor, one that flips down. If you have those, then you can buy a Pinlock, and it has a little silicone bead around a secondary visor that goes behind it and acts like a double pane window in a sense. They work really well. You can still get a little fog on the inside just from moisture, you know, but they work really well. And without those, I don't think we could keep our visors from fogging up for even just a little bit.
No, until mine came, when we rode a couple of times, you'd have to ride half the time with your visor up, and it's cold, and it just, you can't keep them.
There's a lot of sand in this corner, so just when you come in here,
All right.
I've almost lost my front end there a few times. It always looks like it's gravel, then you hit it, your front end goes slush.
Yeah, it looks, everything's just come washing down the hill.
Last weekend when I was up here on the 350, I was coming through here and it was like 34 degrees, 33 degrees and icy. Well, I went to goose it to lift my front end over the puddle and my back end slid around.
Oh, yeah.
And so, anyway, I didn't wreck, but that was, you know, I'm not used to having to worry about that variable. You know, if you're on gravel, typically you can hammer it and just,
sure.
You know, you're not worried about your back end scooting out. Lift the front end. I can't tell this bike holds the fuel down low because it's amazingly nimble. It doesn't feel like 400 some pounds. It doesn't, until I quit moving, it doesn't feel really any worse than my 350. It's funny how a bike like this can hide its weight so well. I don't understand it.
Is that low center of gravity?
It must matter. Well, it doesn't appear to be. I bet you it was icy up here in the morning.
Oh, sure it was.
I think last time I was riding around 8 a.m. or something. I do love how smooth these bikes are through this stuff.
It is.
I mean, you don't even know you're on awful terrain, really. You just forget it.
Yeah, this is just like pit running here.
It is, and we're just hopping right along. And I don't really know these roads well enough to go left, so I'm going right.
Okay.
I know where I'll end up if I go right. If I go left, I'm just not sure.
Okay, just gonna head right.
Ooh, lots of snow up here, a little more sprinkling of frost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for you here as a little intersection. Kind of went straight through, basically.
Okay, there you are.
Yeah, maybe it must have snowed up here last night.
Boy, I can see how it was cold enough to.
Yeah. Right, I'm liking this.
Yeah, it is good. Go back and I'll warm up and eat something and finish my little project. And
We're not even, it's just kind of a light sprinkle. It's not even a downpour right now.
I'm not even noticed it raining, so.
Seen some frost around here, just be careful.
Man, I don't want to end up on my side.
Oh, it's funny how sometimes you can be on pavement, it's okay, and then you hit an icy spot.
It's usually under the trees, too.
Right? Just not tipping my bike in a whole lot today.
No, I'm not either. I've been pretty cautious even on the gravel.
Yes. No sense in putting a lot of pressure through those tires right now. It still feels great to get out on a ride, man. Feels good. Like you're saying, you were getting ready to ride, even if it was just pouring. We're to that point. We were ready.
I almost didn't care. Right now, I might have buyer's remorse, but I'm just glad it cleared up for us.
Me too. Here comes somebody. A little side-by-side action. Oh man, that might have been one of the new Razor Pros. They got that was a newer Razor. They have a 4-cylinder out, and I don't think that was it, but they were gonna go up there and ride somewhere.
And
Enduros is we just go ride. We don't have to trailer anywhere. I used to do that all the time, where I'd trailer stuff up here and ride around and trailer back. And
yeah,
if that's the only way you can do it, then I respect that. But man, it's so nice to just hop on these bikes from our garage, ride and ride home. I love that.
We're so close to the woods that it just 10 minutes and we're there.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, my fingertips are starting to get cold now.
Yeah, the cold's trying to come in.
I can keep my palms and everything warm except for the fingertips. That's where these gloves kind of lack.
Yeah, it's cold like this. That seems to be where the cold wants to creep in, is right in those fingertips.
Yeah. Yep, it does. Just kind of wag it down there, so.
Hopefully we're not getting rained on.
Somebody I went to school with just died of COVID behind you.
I always love this little section coming downhill.
Yeah.
Got a good view of the valley where they logged it. I think somebody's putting a home over there or something. I don't really know.
Yeah, we saw working on that last time we were here, but why in the world would you? Oh, maybe that's where the landing was. I can't imagine
Yeah, maybe it's just a landing.
putting a home there.
So we just got to about 41 degrees above 37 degrees, and so it's not giving me the icy warning anymore on the bike. And I shut the motorcycle. I noticed it was still there, the warning light, but it was above 37 degrees. So while I was rolling, I pulled in the clutch, shut the bike on and off, restarted it, and my warnings all went away. So no false alarm with a KTM reliability issue. It's so cold I'm slurring my words, but it just was giving me a warning that it was icy. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. And I'm glad that warning light clears itself on its own. You know, once you shut the bike on and off after it's warmer, because those warning lights drive me crazy. Now we're back into the rain.
Yeah, we are.
Keep Oregon green. That's what keeps us green. But I am glad that error message cleared. I just don't like it.
No, I don't like them either, but it's supposed to catch your attention so you don't ride unfrozen. You know what's going on.
Even though it had a bright yellow message, I have to admit I didn't really pay attention to that message until the little warning light came on that I had an error code or something. So that was smart that they did that, because that's what got my attention more than the message.
Yeah, my car, I think it has a couple of warning dings as it comes on, and the center dash shows it, and it kind of goes to a smaller one.
There's some debris on the highway. You can skirt off to the side and you're fine.
Yeah, I got it there. Thanks.
All right, to conclude this ride, like I said before, every day is a good day when you're out riding your bike. I had a good ride with my friend Ed on a 690 and on my 890. Love this bike. It's so good. So much power, so stable. Love the torque, love the speed shifter, love the brakes, love the suspension, love it all. I have a video coming where I'm going to compare and contrast the EXC 350, 500, 690, 790, 890. I'm going to talk about all those bikes, line them up, and just talk about them. So be watching for that. I also have a video coming about a short person on a taller bike. I'll talk about that. So that's coming as well. Have some gear review, some different things I'll do. But anyway, have an awesome day and keep riding and be safe, be well. The power up kit installed on the 350, the Husky 350, FE 350S. That's the on-road model, so got the best dual sport bikes power up kit. So be watching for that video. I'll talk about what that feels like compared to before I did it. All right, thanks for tuning in.